Hey everyone, welcome to LingLing Mandarin. 大家好，我是LingLing. Now welcome to my second episode of the authentic Chinese names. 正宗中文名. This is my second video to help you to translate, to choose, and to decide the best Chinese name for you. So in my previous video, I explained the reasons of the failure of Google Translate when it comes to translate the English names into Chinese. I also explained the benefits and importance of authentic Chinese names and the use of the methods of localization to help to achieve the best Chinese name. As mentioned before, when it comes to translating your original name into Chinese, there are two methods. The first is Google Translate. The second is localization. And in my video today, I'm going to give you a summary of the authentic Chinese names out of the localization method, and I'm also be giving you the examples done by both the Google Translate and localization to give you a clear picture of both of these methods to help you to decide which one is the best for you. And firstly, the three basic rules for authentic Chinese name. Number one, surname plus given name. Surname always comes first. Given name comes second. For example, Bruce Lee's Chinese name, Li Xiaolong. Li comes in the first is his surname. Xiaolong comes second is his given name. Example 2, Ma Yun, the founder of China's largest online shopping platform, Alibaba. Ma comes first is his surname. Yun comes second is his given name. And now rule number 2, must contain positive meanings. And when I say positive meanings, it refers to the given name. For example, for Li Xiaolong, his given name Xiaolong, Xiao means little, Long, dragon. So Xiaolong, little dragon. In Chinese culture, Long is a holy animal that represents power and strength. So Xiaolong definitely has very great meanings. And for Ma Yun, Yun is his given name. Yun, when it is used for name, it means vision, refers to thinking smart and thinking ahead. So you can tell both Li Xiaolong and Ma Yun, the names both have great meanings and interestingly also reflect their successful career. Now rule number 3, the characters. Real name is just between 2 to 3 Chinese characters. So like Li Xiaolong, 3 characters in total, and for Ma Yun, only 2 characters. So these are the 3 fundamental rules for choosing an authentic Chinese name, and that is also the main reason that Google Translate doesn't always work. Because for translation tools, the method they use is transliteration, which means they only match the pronunciation of your original name into Chinese characters. However, when we use the methods of localization, a big part of creation is involved. And now I'm going to give you 4 examples of English names translated into Chinese by both the Google Translate and localization. Number 1, Wendy White. For Google Translate, it will come with the name of Wendy White. Now let's look at the given name, Wendy, first. Wen means temperature. Di means accent. So temperature, accent, not really ideal. And now the surname, White. I mentioned in my previous video that Chinese surnames are fixed and unique characters and normally just come with one single character. That's why White cannot be suitable at all. Now let's read the result from the localization. For Wendy, I designed that into Wen-Di. Wen refers to knowledge. I kept the word Di for accent. So Wendy has the meaning of knowledgeable and excellent. And for the surname, White in Chinese actually translates into Bai, and luckily Bai is also a Chinese surname. So which means we can use Bai for the surname, and in total it will become Bai Wen Di Wendy is actually a sister of one of my students, and when I helped to design this name for her, she was overjoyed. It has good meaning and also matches very well with the pronunciation of Wendy in English. Example number 2, David Yap. So from Google Translate, it comes with 大卫 Yap. 大 means big, 卫 means God. So big God, not ideal at all. Yap, again the same issue with the previous one, is not suitable for a surname. And for localization, I can come up with 大卫. It keeps the word 大 because 大 can also mean great in Chinese. 伟 means amazing. So 大伟 together means greatly amazing. As for the surname, we can pick the first syllable from Yap. Yap, I can think of the word Yang because Yang matches the sound that also is a standard Chinese character for surnames. So for David Yap, the full name will come out as Yang Da-wei. I mentioned before that when you are choosing Chinese names, a given name is a must, but surname is only optional. For example, for David, he only wants his given name, Da-wei. As for the surname, it will just be a backup plan. That's why I sent him this design in the end. Example number 3, for Chris Walker. Google Translate will give the name as 克里斯沃克. 克 means restraint in Chinese, 里 inside, 斯 this. So don't really have a meaning at all. And Walker, the same issue, not suitable for Chinese surnames. Now localization. For Chris, I came up with 瑞斯. 瑞 means smart, 思 means thinking, so 瑞斯 smart thinking. As for the surname, again I picked the first syllable of Walker and hence use the surname of Wang. Wang means king in Chinese and is also another common Chinese surname. That's why for Chris Walker, my design comes out as Wang Rui Si. And in real life, Chris happens to be a very successful businessman, and he told me there's nothing he wants more than smart thinking. Now the final example, Joe Miner. Google Translate will give you 乔米勒. 乔 is actually a character for Chinese surname, so it's not really suitable for Joe as Joe is a given name. Although 乔 also means tree in Chinese, still not as ideal. As for 米勒, same issue as always, not suitable for the Chinese surname. As for localization, for the given name, I come with 明修. 明 means brilliant, 修 means to progress. So 明修, it means to progress in brilliance. We can see 修 matches very well with Joe. As for Ming, it is not just suitable for a given name, but also can be a surname. That's why for Joe, his choice is even more flexible because he can either just use Mingxiu for given name only, or he can use Mingxiu for his full name. And in Chinese, Mingxiu is actually a very poetic, very artistic name because these two characters happen to appear in a very famous quote from Confucius. 古之欲明德于天下者，先治其国；欲治其国者，先治其家；欲齐其家者，先修其身. So can you see the two characters, 明 and 修, I highlighted over here? That represent the ancient Chinese philosophy thinking and also the essence of greatness for a man. So these are the total 4 examples I showed to you. As you can notice, when we use the methods of localization, at least 70% of creation is used plus 30% of transliteration. I know some of you might ask, so is Google Translate or the methods of the transliteration really wrong? The answer is not really. because it really depends on the type of translation and the goal you want to achieve for your name. I actually studied translation for my master's degree, and we will only use the methods of transliteration when we are translating like novels, leaders of other countries like a president or prime minister, because for this type of translation, the names must represent their own country. However, for common daily life, no matter you are studying Mandarin to communicate with Chinese people or just to better engage with Chinese communities, having an authentic Chinese name is just much easier. It is not just easy to remember, but also a powerful tool for networking. Just like many Chinese people, when they come to the West, they will pick an authentic English name because they know their original Chinese name doesn't work well at all in English translations. That's why people like Bruce Lee or people like Jack Ma, they both pick the authentic English name. So when you are having a Chinese name and an English name, you are having two identities to enable you to deal with two different groups of people in these two circles. Thank you so much for being with me today. I really hope this video helps you to better understand the difference between the Google Translate and the methods of localization. And once you fully understand this, you will know which is the best methods for you to get the most ideal Chinese name. And in case you want me to help you to design a personalized Chinese name, please feel free to contact me through my website at linglingmandarin.com. The link is in the description below. Or if you would like to support my video creation for Mandarin learning, I will also design an authentic Chinese name for you. Thank you again. If you like this video, remember to give me a thumbs up and also to subscribe my channel. I will see you next time. 再见。